Welcome to GMC Online Best Practices, 10 Principles of Effective Online Teaching. One of the benefits of teaching online is that you have more time to interact with the students. In order to make the most of your time together, it is very important to follow the established course outline. Unless absolutely necessary, such as a campus-wide holiday, do not stray from the course outline. It was developed to maximize the online learning experience. Log in at least 5 days a week, with one of those days being a weekend day. There is much that can be done on a daily basis. Check the discussion forums and respond as needed. View the activity reports to see if there are any students who need individualized attention. Concentrate on responding to student inquiries regarding course content. Be sure to respond to all student inquiries, no matter how small. You wouldn't ignore a question from a student in a face-to-face class. Give the online students the same courtesy, even if it is only to remind the student the answer is contained within the syllabus. Develop a frequently asked questions document and add to it every time you teach the course. In future cases where a student asks the same or similar question, you need only draw from your FAQ document and copy and paste the response in a Moodle message or email. Don't forget to personalize the email by using the student's name. Course management in the online environment differs from the face-to-face environment in that you can't see the students interact with you, the other students, or the material. Follow these strategies to help you better help your students. Use the Reports feature to monitor student activity. Use the tools available to you to determine if the student needs help in certain areas. For example, the student might log in every day, click all the links to the different activities, but rarely engage in discussion forums. With this information, you can address that student's unique needs. Consider the age and experience of each student. Many of your students will be adult learners who will bring to the course life experiences that will enhance the dialogue among the students. At the same time, younger students have much to offer from their generational perspective. Respect all views and encourage your students to do the same. Practice different techniques. Your face-to-face teaching style may not translate effectively to the online environment. Experiment with different ways to reach the students through mentoring, facilitation, and modeling appropriate behavior. Each class will have different dynamics and needs. No two course offerings will be alike. What worked with one group of students may not work at all with another group. Be flexible and patient and watch the dynamics unfold. Send follow-up emails to students at midterm asking if they have any concerns or need additional help. Encourage two-way communication. Remind them that just because you aren't in the same room with them, it doesn't mean that you aren't concerned for their well-being. Your online course has been developed by teachers experienced in your field and under the direct supervision of an experienced instructional designer. The objectives, activities, and assessments included in the course reflect adherence to industry standards. With this in mind, it is very important to stick to the instructional design model. Follow the flow of the course as written. Your academic freedom remains intact as you engage the students in meaningful dialogue in the discussion forums. You are also responsible for restating objectives or providing additional examples and explanations for course content. Establish defined and reasonable work periods. Set reasonable work hours to answer emails and contribute to the discussion forums. Make your presence known at approximately the same hours on the same days. Emails and discussion forum posts are time-stamped, giving the students the knowledge of when you are active. It will send a confusing message if your activities are spread out at all hours of the day and night. Doing so will communicate to the students that you are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is best to have contingency plans for every occasion. Knowing what to do before an emergency happens will help you better manage your course. You must notify your students if you will be unable to log onto the course for more than 3 consecutive business days. For example, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, etc. We've all heard the saying, life happens. In such cases, it is perfectly acceptable to revise due dates for assignments and/or live chat sessions. It is not acceptable, however, to make major changes to the curriculum, such as deleting assignments, foregoing discussion forums, or substituting your own curriculum without prior approval of the instructional designer. If for some reason you are unable to fulfill your duties as the instructor for the term, there are other staff and faculty members who can complete the term for you. Emergency contact information is provided in the syllabus. All emergencies will be routed through the Senior Instructional Designer and the Director of Online Learning. When a student contacts you, he or she expects a response in a reasonable amount of time. Before the beginning of the term, select a preferred method of contact and at least one alternate contact method. Unless you have already notified the students that you will be unavailable, it is reasonable for students to expect a response from you within 24 hours on a weekday and 48 hours on the weekend. Before composing an email, posting to a discussion forum, or critiquing an assignment, give your response some thought. Be tactful, simple, clear, and direct. Follow the rules of netiquette. Keep a record of frequently asked questions and their responses. You can reuse the same responses over and over again in different classes. Be sure not to use the same response twice to the same student. When providing feedback, think of your response as a verbal sandwich. Open your response with something positive about the student or his or her work. Next, provide constructive criticism using positive, objective language. Limit your suggestions to things the student will actually be able to do. Finally, close with words of support and encouragement. Offer your students many opportunities to test their knowledge. This is especially important in the asynchronous environment. Having only one high-stakes test at the end of a unit is called a summative assessment and is referred to by many in the academic world as an educational post-mortem, because once the test is taken, there is no going back to make corrections. Frequent informal formative assessments, however, give ongoing correction and remediation, giving the students the chance to grasp the material before moving ahead. You can use the discussion forums and live chat sessions to informally test your students to identify those who need additional help. For the formal assessments, such as quizzes, reports, labs, etc., all grades must be submitted to the gradebook within 48 hours of the assignment due dates. All grades for the week are due by Tuesdays at midnight. For your own personal safety, please do not give out your personal email or cell phone numbers. Using the message feature within Moodle and/or GMC email will protect you and give the college an electronic paper trail to track correspondence. Certain types of cell phones can be used to access your GMC email. Contact GMC Technical Support for more information. One way to speak with your students via cell phone is to create a Google Voice phone number. The students can dial the Google number, which looks just like an ordinary phone number, and you can tell it to ring on any phone you own. Contact the instructional designer for more details about this feature. A quality assurance check is made to every course prior to it being offered to the students. Even so, the human element dictates that there will be some errors that will go unnoticed. Instructional design is an ongoing process. This is why your feedback is critical to the success not only for your course, but for every course offered at GMC Online. It is very important that you check the content of the course every time, as links can become corrupted, web pages can disappear, and videos can be removed in between course offerings. If you find an error, and it's easily fixed, such as a typo, please do your part and correct the error. Then notify the instructional designer so the error can be fixed in the master course template. If you find an online resource that is more applicable to the curriculum, or have suggestions on discussion thread topics or any other ideas that will enhance the curriculum, please send your comments to the instructional designer for consideration in future course revisions. Finally, please do not tell the students that you are a new teacher, or that the course has never been taught before, or that you didn't write the course or pick the textbook. Do not panic if the technology fails or there is an incorrect answer in a test key. Giving the students any sense that you do not have confidence is like, to some students, a shark smelling blood. If a student finds an error, graciously thank the student and congratulate him or her for having such a wonderful eye for detail. Then contact the instructional designer. As part of the ongoing quality control strategy, student surveys will be issued during the 7th week of the term. Minimum computing requirements are listed in the materials section of every course syllabus. You will be better able to facilitate the course if you meet or exceed the computing standards. Experience the course as the students do by navigating the course in Student View. Not all buttons and controls are accessible by the students. Avoid confusion by only referring to objects on the main page that the students can see. If you have questions regarding GMC email or the GMC Online Campus.net website, contact GMC Tech Support at techhelp@gmc.cc.ga.us. If you have questions regarding the Moodle Learning Management System platform, click one of the Help buttons at the bottom of each page. So remember, the 10 GMC best practices are: show up and teach, practice proactive course management strategies, establish patterns of course activities, plan for the unplanned, respond when requested and expected, think before you write, help maintain forward progress, be safe and secure, participate in quality assurance, and have a good computer and internet connection.